Apple juice for two. Apple juice for two. Apple juice for two.
Welcome back to another episode of the Apple Juice for Two podcast, episode number 28. I'm your co-host, Brevin Stallings, alongside me, Cameron Isaiah Allen.
It's your boy in the flesh. It's your boy.
And our producer, Cameron Allen.
Cameron J. Allen. Cameron for short.
As you can see, if you are seeing, we have naked set tonight. There's nothing up here, and that's because we got some juicy materials to discuss.
We put the juice in juicy.
If you're just listening, buckle in. Your ears are about to
Be buckled.
Explode.
Yeah. I can't even. It's indescribable.
If you have a fire alarm, make sure you turn it off because your ears gonna be smoking because we spit in fire. You like that? Yeah, because we spit in fire and we may make your ears all smoky. You know, you feel me? You know, you gotta be doing this thing. Yeah.
It was his last special for a while, so he's definitely not finished. I mean, he is the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
But he's done, I don't know how many Netflix specials he's done now.
I can tell you.
How many?
Probably like 6.
Oh, I know. Probably 6.
Probably 6.
I was going to say 5, so we'll round it out. He has 5.5 specials on Netflix.
Round it up to 6.
Whatever. So, anyway.
He just,
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
He just.
It fucking.
What do you guys say about it?
Well, I
Lil
mean,
Zay?
I got my own opinion. Well, I'll first off and say,
Lay down. What is it even?
Dave
contention?
Chappelle is an amazing comedian. I'll give you that. Dave Chappelle
No doubt.
is just, you can't cancel him. Like he doesn't care. He speaks the truth, and people don't want to hear the truth. And I'm not gonna lie,
legit.
the motherfucker was truthing. He's a truther. He was honestly telling the cold hard truth. And nobody else is gonna say it. But since he has the platform he does, like, you know, people as always gonna hold him to a higher standard. But like, there's so much that he said was right, and people just don't want to hear it. And like I said,
okay.
do you want? I'll just jump in.
I'll just briefly describe what's going on. So in this special, first of all, everything that has been controversial about him has been in his material. Literally nothing like that he's just done in his personal life, but like a joke that he said. So he is a comedian. He writes jokes, regardless of if they're offensive or not. They're jokes. Take that as you will. But I'm putting a huge asterisk saying that they're jokes. This isn't him doing something in real life.
Right.
So there's been jokes he said in the past that people didn't like, and then in this special he's talking about that.
And
so that's yeah.
But somebody even said
so people are now even so
group.
the things he's saying about the issue in this recent special, people are trying to cancel him for that.
Exactly.
But there's a very important quote or thing that he said.
Yeah, and I think that
applies now also.
Right. And I mean, let's start off by saying that we are strong advocates for the LGBTQIA plus community. We would not do anything detrimental to their cause. We won't speak ill of them. But Dave Chappelle did address a really good point in regards to the baby, because we even talked about the baby situation a couple episodes back. But it's a reoccurring story. But I know a lot of people were mad because Dave Chappelle, I don't think he necessarily defended the baby, but I think he kind of broke down just kind of like that. This like the issue that this cancel culture has with the baby literally murdering somebody.
Hypocrisy, yeah.
Yeah, like literally murdering a person. He wasn't even licensed to carry that weapon, and he murdered somebody. And
in a Walmart.
At a Walmart, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and that didn't affect his rap career at all. This happened 3 years ago, maybe 2. I don't know how long ago it happened, but like he killed somebody.
Yeah, and
that did not affect his career at all. But he said something, which is, I'm not condoning it. He did say some messed up shit about the LGBTQ. That was what his comment that he made was definitely just ill-advised. It was awful. But you really just can't say anything to that group of people because some of them are very sensitive. And we even I have to be mindful of what I say because I don't want to get canceled. But like I said, there's so much truth to it that
I don't care as much.
I know. But
as long as you if what you're saying is true,
who cares if it?
and you believe it. Like, if you get canceled for that, then fuck you.
The dumb fucking blank.
But yeah,
Also, you can't cancel us. Like, what
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
nobody's gonna like let us
What
like
is
get loans
like
and shit.
people won't. If that just means they don't like what we're saying, which means they wouldn't listen to us anyway.
Parenting is gas.
And like I said,
So,
and like
We're
I
not
said,
gonna change who we are.
people don't want to hear the truth. And like I said, what Dave Chappelle said it's very true. Like it, you know, in regards to cancel culture and also like that community as well. Like you really had to be very mindful of what you said, which is I guess it's fine, but at the end of the day, it's jokes, and
See, this is why I don't get it.
I don't think
just jokes.
Dave Chappelle actually goes out of his way to oppress like the people part of that community through his comedy. I don't think he says, "Oh, I'm gonna demean and degrade this group of people," and hopefully so much shit goes to them. I don't. He was just literally
No,
cracking jokes.
he made fun of everybody.
He makes fun. He makes fun of himself.
Everyone.
He makes fun of
Yeah.
black people, white people, Mexican, Asian people, like European people as a whole, like everybody. Like he doesn't discriminate, which I think is. I think that's cool that he includes. I guess he's inclusive in his comedy, but that there's one group that just doesn't like being made fun of, which is it is what it is.
We're like, okay.
But do you have anything else to say?
Right? Yeah, that's what he's pointing out. Like
Dancing around fire a little bit.
I say it's like hot potato.
the community in mainstream has become like untouchable
That is true.
for some reason.
Right.
Who is in the mainstream has? Sorry.
Like LGBT community.
Like you said,
Don't freak out, Steve. Don't be nervous.
Yeah, like you can't make fun of gay people.
No.
I'm not saying you should, but like you could like get canceled for it. I mean, it's kind of same with race too. Like you can't make fun of black people as much as you could with white people.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like
Camera screaming inside. I guess I think if it's a joke, it's one thing.
you
if
can
it's
shit on a
joke-
white person and no one will care.
You think so?
And yeah, that's like it's become like almost like a trope in writing now.
Okay.
They wouldn't like if you look at commercials. If there's like an antagonist, like they wouldn't cast a black person in it.
Right. What do you think? Like, what do you think that like people say or can say to like I guess offend white people? Like, what do you think that?
There was
Like, what do you think?
the,
What's something I could say to you that would like actually like genuinely offend you?
I mean, I wouldn't personally. Me, I wouldn't care. I'm talking about like mainstream,
Right.
just like what's in the media.
Because I know like now movie theaters or not movie theater, movie production companies have to have some kind of diversity code where it's like that's at this amount of African Americans,
Yeah.
this amount of
Like affirmative action.
yeah. So there's that. I know that people have kind of voiced their opinion about it, which I think it's fine in my opinion. Like, but I think some people
It's not. Yeah, obviously diversity is fine. Like, but putting quotas on stuff is like that actually is racist. Because you could potentially have someone who is of good fit for the part, or who could fit better, but because they've already filled a quota for that race, then they can't hire them. That's discriminating that person then.
Mhm.
So it's like
I mean,
there
yeah,
should just be no
definitely.
racism anywhere.
I mean, yeah,
Obviously.
it's tough. Like, there's like no solution
Yeah.
to this to the issue. I guess, but it's
People,
just like
and
government,
too, like
tries
what
to
Dave
do
Chappelle's saying
something
is
about
like
it.
no one is above being made fun of. So like that's
I believe
true. Like
that.
I'm
Like,
not
I mean,
like I can be made. I don't mind being made fun of
right.
neither do I.
because I
don't
can
mind either.
laugh at it. That's what should be for everybody.
I think the
because-
things that are like I mean, honestly, things that cancel culture plays into a lot too is just like it's like you said in all media these days, or a lot of it. There's a lot of just pandering. Like it's all just the people who are really buying into that are just buying into like a different kind of I don't know, like form of hate or fandom. You know what I mean?
Every June during Pride Month, every single company has some form of like, oh, we're doing this to cater to the LGBT. Oh, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. Well, we're donating this amount of money to people on this reserve. Oh, it's Black History Month. We're gonna do this to black people. We're gonna show you how black we are in the studio. We're gonna show you how black we are in our marketing. Like it's just like it's.
We got a black studio.
Yeah, we got a black. Not even like
Painting our walls back.
Yeah, it's all black. We don't have black people there. But we got it's black. But like it's just a lot of, like you said, Cameron. It's pandering. Like every holiday, or I guess that's associated with different groups of people. Oh, it's Women's National Month. We're gonna do all this and show you how many more women we have in our company. But it's something that I think that they always should like have like in their mind. Like I don't think they should highlight that one day or 1 month out of the year. Oh, we have this amount of female employees. Let's highlight it, especially during Women's month. Oh, we have this amount of LGBT people, workers from the LGBTQIA plus community. We're gonna highlight it right now. We're gonna tell everybody we got all the gay people here, so we can get money. We want, we just want to get more of that.
Because if you think about it, like I understand wanting to celebrate it because for a long time that wasn't the case.
Exactly.
But I mean, realistically, in the current culture, and also if you want to just be equal, like it needs to just become a normal thing, which I think it is. Like most people are totally fine with working with women or a gay person.
Yeah,
like it's a
issue.
non-issue. So quit talking about it. Basically, I think same with race. I mean, it's not like you if you see it, definitely do something. But for the most part, it's a non-issue for people.
Right.
So.
But
let's just live.
To even like expound upon it a little bit more with the cancel culture, I'm sure y'all are aware of the John Gruden
what are we
situation. Cancel culture. That's one of our topics. We're talking about
Can we? Let's just for our sake.
Okay.
Maybe we'll start something. Maybe we'll start something. Let's stop calling it cancel culture because it's not a. All right, maybe it is a culture, but
and a sense
no
of
one
well-being.
Lives, cancel boys.
So few people.
Cancel day.
Canceling.
Because we want to be.
Let's call it canceling. He was canceling.
Okay, but like it's hard to. At the same time, you have to make it clear that like we're not like red pilled incels. You know what I mean? Like I feel like in these days, also the problem is that the line is so it's so like it's a very hard line set. You're either this or that. You know what I mean? There's no like room for nuance and ideas or like talking to people and stuff. It's just like, oh, you do this, this, and this. Here's my blank judgment on you.
Well, that's why cancel culture is against it, because there's things that are like quote unquote cancelable. So you're always like censoring what you're trying to say. So you can't really have a conversation with someone because you're always worried if you're going to say something that is cancelable.
Right.
Because who is setting the boundaries for what's cancelable?
I feel like on the surface level, you probably should just be like kind to people. You know what I mean? And,
yeah.
You know, but
it's to the point where
if you're edgy, save it for being edgy with your friends.
Right. Well, you would think that, but what you were just about to say, Isaiah, with John Gruden, emails from 10 years ago between people on his staff.
Yeah, and he like I said, he did say some stuff, but it's like I said, I think people fail to realize that the stuff that people said then, obviously you can't say now, but the stuff that people are, I guess, trying to say now, they could say then, if that makes sense. So if John Gruden's still calling people the F word now, he could say that 10 years ago, but he can't say that like now. That probably made no sense.
See, this is
like I said, the word has changed so much, and then like the way people talk to each other, like I remember we used to have a game called Smear or Spear the Queer. If I were to play that game right now, I can't say that. I can't say.
You can't say queer now. LGBTQ.
Well, I just didn't know if it's like. Well, it's funny because like.
Well, someone can identify as queer.
Yeah, I always thought it was a slur. I always thought queer was a slur when I was.
Well, if you say it in an offensive way, then
it's a slur.
Yeah,
but
it means odd. That's rather queer.
Oh,
but yeah, query. That's different.
Okay, but yeah, like I said, like I played that game. I didn't think anything of it. I was
also
like
known as Kill the Carrier, I think.
Yeah, like
which is produced in your
testicles. Am I canceled now for playing a game like 10 whatever years ago? You know, but I just think it's frustrating.
Hey, you said it. I didn't.
Because I mentioned it. I mentioned it in the other time we talked about cancel culture that like people kind of pick and choose who they want to cancel, and then people dig in the past so far.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, this is obviously like, they're from 10 years ago, so they obviously were trying to push him out. I feel like
they were quote unquote leaked,
right?
Quote unquote leaked. Yeah, I feel like someone was trying to push him out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that they're just like, well, let's we have access to his emails. Let's find what he said from a while ago, get him put. Like that happened to Papa John.
He resigned too. Yeah, he was always against John Gruden, which some of the comments were about him.
Yeah.
And if you read them, like
Who?
You mean Roger Goodell?
yeah, not
Yeah,
Papa
Roger
John.
Goodell.
Yeah,
Those are-
he's the NFL commissioner. Yeah,
Right.
He's
yeah.
not a good
He
guy.
sucks.
By
He's a
any
terrible
means.
commissioner.
He's not.
He makes like $45 million a year.
The
Which
NFL
is
is evil. I
insane.
feel like
Yeah.
know,
It
but
is,
that's
yeah.
a
Because
different thing.
what did they do? What is the
They
commissioner
get people
do?
together and
He
they
goes to the games,
But he really doesn't do that much.
he really doesn't.
nah.
We're initiating. We're
the Players
initiating a program
Association does
with
a lot.
better. They do.
And someone else like makes a
they do.
schedule, which is a big part of it.
you.
It's like
What?
this couple.
said what?
Like there's this couple that has made the NFL season for like
Really?
35 years. Yeah.
I did not know that. You know what's crazy? I did not know that.
Parenting is
Thank you for telling me
gaslighting.
that, Brett.
You're welcome.
Thank you for telling me. That's sick. Actually, kind of.
I told you this was going to be insane.
I just blew my shit off. Literally.
But with
that's
regards to
amazing.
Dave Chappelle,
Let that right out.
there's a with Dave Chappelle, like there's a bigger thing that I will die to the grave saying about comedy is that
You vape?
comedy is like is a special realm
Mhm.
where people go to say offensive, uncomfortable things to
Right.
try to make light of for a
Understand the
moment,
world around them.
yeah, the complex, difficult things in it.
I have a perfect example. Of
And
that.
it doesn't mean you are that person.
I have a perfect example of that. I don't know if y'all seen
Go.
the TikTok trend of this. It's from Borat. It's like, oh, this is my neighbor. This is he's from Agbai, whatever. So people have been using that trend. If you know what it is, it's basically.
Oh no!
Oh no! But basically, it's like, this is my neighbor. You turned it to the Agbai. He's painting my asshole. So saying, oh, this person's the same. This person's the same. This is the person's the same. This is the person's the same. Whatever. Blah blah. So people have been doing that about people that have died in their life. Like some people, like, oh, this is my sister. This is my brother. Oh, he can afford this. He can afford that. Oh, he can't afford this, meaning that he's dead. And people are like, don't say that about your brother. Don't say that about your sister. Don't say that about your friend. Saying that this is their way of grieving. Like people make light of death in comedy. Like if I die now and made jokes about me, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be geeking. I'd be like, you made fun of me. I'm dead. I think I like people making light. I say a lot of like messed up racist jokes in regards to black people because, you know, I think they're kind of funny. You know, but like that's just kind of how I like, you know, just, you know, see the world. Like I make jokes about certain situations, you know, but it doesn't make them like less bad. Like I just kind of like make little jokes about them. Like I might make jokes like slavery, you know, because it happens. But I mean, doesn't mean I'm not affected by it.
The
but,
thing
like,
is, if it's funny or not,
yeah, that is the thing. If it's funny or not,
and then, yeah.
but I'm don't get mad.
It's funny if it's funny.
But also a joke. Think about it. How is a joke racist? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? What is it doing that is
Yeah,
enacting racism?
Because it's not a joke. If it's one thing if you're
Well, I
making a
guess it's
joke
like-
or a comment
It's
to
a joke
somebody.
about a racist stereotype, but it's a joke.
Like if the punchline is like punching down at somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel
If Brevin walked, if I
think
walked in,
I think it's more the intent. Like if you were like
Exactly,
one on one talking to
That's what I mean.
someone of a different race and you make a joke about him, like you're clearly trying to hurt him. But if like someone is trying to say something funny that is talks about a stereotype, like that's what's known as a racist
it'd be
joke.
funny if, like I said, like, I think it'd be funny if I walked in here and Brevin's like, "Hey, you eat any fried chicken today?" And I'm like, "No, did you shoot up any schools?" Like that would just be like that's comedy. Just because like there's a stereotype that
recently-
white guys or white boys, whatever, like are more like they shoot up school. Black people eat fried chicken and shit. Like that's stuff like that. Like it's like
You guys have to watch that Bo Burnham special
okay, word. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put down my things to do.
because one of his one of the first songs about it and like you know overarching themes about it is like you know him thinking how like his comedy is like way better than it actually is. You know what I mean? And that like you know it's just and how like a lot of comedians and people everybody thinks that their point of view is like the right one and that the world needs it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like very self-aware of that. But, you know, it's very relatable because we all feel like that, you know what I mean? I don't know.
That's like part of human psyche. Because
Right.
if none of us felt that, then it would suck. Like no one would do anything because they'd all think they like, oh well, this is definitely wrong.
Oh, that actually really would suck.
So you kind of have to just like ride the wave of like knowing like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, but
And
also
all the
like
bitches trying to throw some
knowing that
pussy.
you can't possibly be doing the right thing. So try to fix it as much as you can all the time,
Right.
but don't let it sink in, I guess.
The jokes, guys. Come on, your jokes. Yeah, come on. Hey, we're joking. We're joking. But like, it's just like it's that. Why are you gonna go back? And also, Dave Chappelle. And in the comedy special, Dave Chappelle like kind of explained like his relationship with like gay people or even a trans woman. What did he say? He was actually very very close with this trans comedian, and from what he said in the special, she bombed her first show, and somebody made a joke to her, and
this
she
from
said
like
a joke.
16 years ago.
Yeah, and somebody made a joke to her, and she said a joke back, and it was hilarious, and then. I think they kind of kindled a relationship through that, as well as some other factors. But like Dave Chappelle learned so much, like from her, and as opposed to like what the LGBT has been telling and saying about him. But it seemed like he knew so much from, I guess, a lot about, I guess his friend. I think her name was Daphne, and Dave Chappelle learned so much about her, and from what I've seen from the special, I guess he learned so much more through her than I guess what the LGBT community has been trying to educate him now.
Because, and the main difference was because she was a comedian, so she could take a joke.
Right.
And that allowed her to actually talk with him. And they were able to talk about uncomfortable things and like ask questions about the stuff that he didn't understand, that he would make jokes about, that he would just have people terrorize him.
Right.
I mean, I think you just like people know in your gut like whether or not something's from a hateful place or from a place of just joking.
So it's
like
cancel culture has gotten to the point where like if the words even coming out of your mouth, regardless of context or anything in any scenario, like you're instantly banned from everything as much as we possibly can. Yeah. That's where it's obviously too far.
Yeah.
Because that's like actually what happened.
I mean, but at the same time, like it's like a balancing act because, like, you know, it is important to be kind of open to, like, you know, if you don't know, like, there is a possibility that maybe, I don't know that this actually is offensive. You know what I mean? And like, but then it's on the other end of the spectrum, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, it's also like at a certain point you have to not care because sometimes you have to say offensive things.
But yeah.
It's like I don't want to offend people, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like I'm just not worried about the kind of people that I am offending. You know what I mean? Like,
you're fucking sad.
Because I don't know. We don't have like any hateful intent.
With me, it's like
exactly.
If it's true,
because I know what our message is. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't doubt that.
If it's true and you're offended by it, you're not offended that I said it. You're offended at the truth of it. That's not a problem with. That's not because of me.
Right.
Don't say you damn.
Obviously, if I'm like saying it specifically to a person in their face, that could be offensive.
Right.
But like, yeah.
I also don't like how people get like secondhand offended. Like people will watch some shit.
Ooh,
the person is get offended.
Dude, yeah.
And that's what happened last week.
That's another kind of pandering and white guilt. That shit. It's annoying.
It's just
performative activism bullshit.
That shit is so fucking all the performative activists. I didn't know what performative activism was until like all the Black Lives Matter protests happened and shit. Because all these people are posting all these false,
that's when it,
posting all these false articles. Like this is what this is what we do for black people. Or, I don't know. It's just people just like spreading like kind of like misinformation and like you said, like pandering. Like like look, guys, like I'm like because people put like Black Lives Matter in their bio,
calling me racist with no
and
proof.
like in their Tinder, just put it. I'm like I don't. It's just weird that like white people say that. I mean, that's just me.
Well, now I wonder like if do they mean the like
they don't know
the
like,
organization or just the idea that Black lives do matter.
And the thing is, like, I just when all the Asian hate was happening in the past, like I think it was like I can't remember when it was.
When all the Asian hate was happening,
like the crimes against Asian
just a massive
Asian Americans,
orb of Asian hate was traveling through the city.
But obviously, it's a bad thing, but I didn't feel led to post something in my bio. Asian lives, because I don't know anything about
What's
that
it gonna
group.
do?
I know nothing about.
That's the one thing. Is like, what is this?
Yeah. I can't put something on my because like I don't know what Asian.
It's like saying that like I'm a hybrid. Like that doesn't mean anything.
Like, I don't know anything about that situation. Like I said,
if
I was
awareness,
just being educated about
it wasn't raising awareness. It was on the news. If it's not like a small thing that you're not. Maybe if you're raising awareness about something,
right?
Maybe, but that was.
But how many people are actually raising awareness with their personal Instagram?
Like all this, like that's funny because like when I interviewed these people, like when we did the first man on the street, we did the first man on the street.
But hey, some is some.
Yeah.
When I did the first man on the
exactly.
street, and I was asking all these people, "What's an HBCU?" I bet you half those motherfuckers had Black Lives Matter in their bio, or went to a Black Lives Matter rally and took all these pictures. Said, "Look what we're doing for Black people. We're so fucking amazing." But it's just like, if you don't know like shit about, like just like a little smidgen of Black history, how the fuck can you say like you know so much about Black lives, or you care so much about Black lives when you don't know the one way that a lot of African Americans from U.S. history have been educated through going to HBCUs, and that's the one thing that you have to fucking know, but you don't know, which is just kind of like, but come on, like what the fuck? Just like with like, I don't know anything about Asian history in regards to it being in America or in
And you
Asia.
don't pretend to know.
And I'm
You
I
know
don't,
what I mean?
and
Like,
I'm
yeah.
not. It's just like performing like this pandering. Oh look, I'm so what's the word I'm looking for? I'm
Woke,
so yeah,
basically, I
yes,
guess,
yes.
or
I'm so like
something,
woke. Like oh my god, like Asian lives matter. All these like different lives. I don't know shit about them though, but since everybody else is talking about it, I want to
Become a personality trait.
It is a bit. Like, yeah, it is. Like it's
To be woke and to cancel.
that is like people.
Well, it's like a team, basically. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
they
you're
get-
either
yeah.
this or you're that.
Yeah,
You could
there's
be
no-
with
like,
this or you could be with that. No, I'm
and
joking.
they-
What if
and it's
maybe
dumb. It's like in life, there's nuance.
yeah,
you know
like
what
what
I
if maybe I like Dave Chappelle and I think he's funny, but I don't like that joke.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe I
maybe
don't
that's
like
the
one
thing.
special.
Yeah, or like we disagree on one opinion about things. That could, but we're still neither assholes who want people to burn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you're exactly right, Karen. Maybe there's nuance, and the people who are just canceling are non-nuanced people.
Like
which-
they just can't handle the fact that they're
Yeah.
like,
What do you
they're just
think?
dumb.
I'll let you determine what that means about them. I'm not even going to say it. People who can't understand nuance, they are a thing. You describe it.
You know, their brain could be smoother than and less
Not very
lobe.
many ridges in their
Yeah.
brain. Not many
I didn't
wrinkles.
say it.
Okay. The one in California.
I'm in African American studies right now.
Bruh,
Are we about to
just go
just
back
out
like
people?
5-10 seconds?
They've
He was
masks,
so-
then we're good.
Yeah, wait,
'cause they
but,
can't be
this
identified.
is, this one moment. I'm trying.
For every single small Black Lives Business matters.
Every small Black Lives business matters. And then
No,
she's
she
like,
said fours.
what?
So she wasn't trying to make like a slogan. She was using it as a noun, and she didn't mean to say matter. She was trying to say like for Black businesses, yada yada yada. But she was just like Blacks business matter because she knows Black Lives
Wait,
Matter
wait,
and she knows Black-owned businesses, and it just got kind of jumbled in
Let's
her
see what she said.
intoxicated brain.
Okay, go.
For every single small Black Lives Business matters. Black-owned business.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
great. For every small Black-owned business matters.
Support every small Black business matters.
Her brain, I think,
I say, like, yep, okay.
her short-term memory for business canceled out. So in her head,
Yeah.
she just heard Black Lives, and then she went,
it was
matters.
Well, so she was just like, I'm just copying pasting these few things I heard,
Even with
and it's
like an
happening so
algorithm.
fast.
even
yeah.
when I ask people what the fuck was Juneteenth, they're like, "Oh, I saw that on like Facebook," and I'm like, "Dude, like, how do you know? How do you have the audacity to say this group of people's lives?" That's like if I said LGBTQI plus lives matter, and somebody was like, "Hey, like, who's your favorite LGBTQIA plus like artist?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I don't know." It's just hypothetical because
Isaiah,
I
remember
love
this
them.
moment?
So what's the 14th? It's about slavery. So they're all no. So I'm give you.
good now.
It's all
So-
good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good now.
That's what they wrote in the in the Constitution. It's
That's
all good
also
now.
what that's in the history books. So it's all good now.
It really wasn't an all good now. It was just
No.
No,
you're
it wasn't.
free.
It was like, yeah, you're free, but
Jim Crow.
But also,
we're-
what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're free and you have no assets, no money.
Yeah,
I mean, you do have your asset is
generationally
farming, because that's
screwed.
like
Yeah.
to start a society. That's
you want to
incredibly
sharecrop with us, and but it's still like almost damn near close to slavery. We just don't beat you as much.
Yeah, that's true. Sharecropping. Yeah.
You
basically.
get to live in your own home.
Hey, Brett, the damn cow's going loose. Get him.
Oh, this is getting too real.
Yeah.
Isaiah POV is a sharecropper with Brevin Stallings. Snap, take one.
See, the Apple Just for Two podcast is
I
the
could play,
edgiest podcast on the
I mean, there
interwebs
were
right now.
white slaves.
They were whites. They were more considered indentured
I mean, probably
servants.
how many? 4 or 3?
I mean, there were some.
They were more like working towards their freedom. Like they actually would get freedom. The black people, on the other hand, them niggas had to work till they died. Them niggas had to work. But you know, it is what it is. But there were white slaves. You are correct. But people don't know that. I'm surprised people are probably going to cancel us.
The 4 white slaves.
They were white slaves. They were indentured servants.
I mean, also, I'm not obviously.
Were they indentured servants?
There were also black people that owned
Isaiah?
slaves. There were. Well, I don't know about African American indentured. There were. I guess I don't know.
No, those white people, the white slaves, were they indentured servants?
Yes, because they would.
Well, yeah, because
they would travel here and then they would work like in the land or whatever to pay for their ticket to be here.
Mm-hmm.
To like the new land, to be in the new land. But yeah. But also, like I said, like black people owned slaves, as in black slaves from like in 17th, 18th century. Like, I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy that it's even crazier that Dave Chappelle even mentioned.
Shut it off.
Dave Chappelle actually mentioned that in the podcast how there's a former slave in South Carolina or from South Carolina. He was a slave, got his freedom, then made money from I think just like farming land, and then he got enough money to actually afford slaves, and then he
bought, and
then he treated them even worse than the white slave owners. I was like, what?
Did I? That joke was really funny.
But yeah, that was just like, God damn, motherfucker.
That's I don't know how we got talking about slavery.
Yeah. But sorry, you do have a black on the podcast.
To, like,
that is a great point.
When you to think about it, like slavery is that like it's humans forcing other humans to work for nothing. Like that's been in humanity and history forever. Like. And it's terrible. It's always been an awful thing. So I'm.
Slavery to this
But at least you know what? America was the first to get rid of slavery. That's true.
Okay, so we do have Jimmy Fallon cringe up on deck.
Jimmy Fallon.
I do want to talk about it. Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. Oh my god.
This
he's just so like quirky and like cute, you know?
Yeah, this is pretty rough stuff.
He's so quirky. Oh my god, he's so quirky.
Okay, so to set up these clips, it's Madonna.
Absorb her outfit.
Madonna.
How old is she? Is she like 60 something?
Yeah, she's in her 60s at this point. And
I don't like how good she looks. I don't like that.
Well, you'll be able to tell how plasticed out she's filled with and stuff. But she has a grill. Okay, but there's this weird, like, awkward, flirty tension with both of them. Well, mostly with Jimmy, and he's like, obviously Madonna's like a lot to handle because she's Madonna, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. She's just being who she is.
Right.
But Jimmy Fallon just like can't handle it or something. You know what I mean? And it's like
malfunctions.
Yeah, he's like melting it. So yeah, just go ahead and roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
Smoked.
No.
Because of your voice.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. You vape?
I'd rather.
I can't believe she says
I like
this.
opiates.
So you can tell he's like, oh crap, she just said this. But yeah, pause. Oh wait, go back. Because you gotta see
this.
this.
The classic laugh.
Look
obviously.
at those. Wait, get that close up on her face. You gotta. Oh, but yeah, look at that. She's got fucking.
She's probably high
God,
now.
she has so many grills.
She has a grill. And but yeah, she's obvious. Look at this.
Dude, look at her armpit.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh my god, ew.
Look at her. But yeah, her face is obviously plastic surgery. So we can move on and just take note of that.
Very plastic.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
I want to show a.
So he's like, okay, let's go to the
Wait,
clip.
is he drunk?
No.
No, he's just,
I don't think
he's
so.
Just Jimmy.
I mean,
okay,
he
so
is
go
an
to the
alcoholic.
next. Oh, why is it? Great. But it doesn't matter.
Show, and one of the things I quote over and over again in the show is that artists are here to disturb the peace.
Yes.
So
rock and roll.
And so I hope that I have disturbed not only your peace this afternoon, but
See, he gets a boner right here.
Disturbed by peace, yeah.
Oh, I'm
the show, but
disturbed.
I mean that in the best way.
No, yeah, you get in good trouble.
Good trouble.
Yeah, we really do. No, why would you?
Yeah.
I don't know why that was such an issue.
Stop it. Oh my heavens, stop this, stop
It's
it.
supposed to be family friendly, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's rough. He's like, it feels like middle schoolers. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they can just
he's like
bleep it out. It's not a live
Yep.
show.
yeah.
Wait, keep going.
I don't know what.
Wait, keep it going.
Oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
I don't know what.
Because life is not just about interviewing kitties.
Kitties.
Okay?
Is that right?
I like how he just
It's
goes
almost
from
a Jeff
literally.
Bezos
right.
laugh.
I think it's so stupid how he goes from literally melting down to so funny.
You can tell it's like a nervous thing or something. You know what I mean? Like,
he's just
it's
like he's just trapped.
That's trapped. He's just
trapped.
trapped. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's basically just trapped. Like, yeah. And so he's just there and he laughs at everything.
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
It's just like super
Vape?
like weird.
Vape.
I used to love me some Jimmy Fallon, but now he's just like so.
It's like, yeah.
He also almost got
It's
canceled.
sad.
See, this is why I don't
He
go to
almost
therapy.
got canceled.
For what?
Well, he did do blackface, like straight up.
That and
Recently?
he missed
was a while ago.
named. So he was talking to RuPaul. He's like, "Oh yeah, drag queen." And he's like, "Drag queen? I'm not a drag queen. I'm the queen of drag."
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. And
Wait,
like,
no, that was. I
Jimmy,
think that was a hoax
What was it real? Oh
because she was pretending like she was upset.
no. Oh really?
Or
Oh.
he-
Well, I'm sure
I
she
don't
wasn't.
remember
I'm
who
sure
it
she
was.
she wasn't like offended, but like the community was offended because of that. Because I
On
think the way
behalf.
on the behalf. That secondhand,
It's
like people getting offended, like secondhand, like I know this isn't a word, but like secondhand offension. That's not even a word, but like I'm just gonna use it. I don't care. Offension.
I'm offended.
I'm putting that in the damn Webster dictionary. IMDb. Offension. Definition. Root word offended. But yeah, it's just like it's like cancel culture. But yeah, Jimmy Fallon's a little weird. Like, Jimmy Fallon just does all that like awkward.
So is Madonna. Why she's dried up.
I mean,
who's
she's
listening?
just
Who's
doing
paying
her
attention
She
to
thing.
doesn't
Madonna?
make music. She's set for
No,
life.
no. That's been her thing forever. Is like pushing the boundary, like being like overly sexy and
She was like one of the first pop stars to kind of like
Yeah.
start that whole thing. That a
yeah,
lot of
like
people emulate
40
these
years
days.
ago.
I was not
It was
allowed
a
to listen
thing
to her
then.
when I was younger. I didn't even know who she was. But like she came with that song like a Virgin, I think in the 80s, and I think that all the people was like, "You can't do that. You ain't my
Yeah.
kids looking at
It
you."
blew minds then. No one is surprised by it now. It's just like
Yeah.
Ooh, why
you should like own a vineyard or something now. I don't know.
Like
Why are you
She's
like
got-
what
wants
do
to still make.
what-
She wants to keep making money. I hope I still have
what-
that much
you can make
energy
money
at that
with a
age.
vineyard?
Well, why is no? You're done with music. You had 5 years. You're done. You're out.
5 years?
Get out of here. I don't know how long is a long enough
It was
career
like
before
40
you have
years
your
ago.
vineyard.
No, but like okay, maybe then
vineyard money.
but it's not even about the music, but like that kind of persona.
Right.
It's
Acting
just- I
like
don't
a
know,
young
it's just
person
odd,
and
but
stuff, like the
some
laying
mid-
on the table and stuff.
Some Midwestern mom in the 80s.
That's
It's
true.
because it's the same thing
Why are
as
you
when she
watching that on
was
the
like
television?
20.
It can come off as like a little like sweaty.
Oh,
Okay, is
take
this
that off the
cool?
television. Don't. Why is Prince have his ass out?
It's like the actors from The Office, like
Which one?
trying to cling on to that.
Hey,
What?
what the hell do you think of yourself?
What do you think of yourself?
You know, like the show's over.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm so confused. I really don't. You keep on looking at
Okay,
me
never
like
mind.
I'm supposed to pick it up. Like I don't.
You get what I'm saying, Cameron?
No, I don't know. Which
They're like
one?
clinging to something that is gone.
I-
Like if
I mean, people. Okay, well, The Office.
Okay,
a
yeah.
lot of people love the show.
Oh,
I
now
know
I
a lot of people
understand,
still
yeah.
watch it, and
Yeah.
like to them, it's worth $30
this-
bucks to
obviously,
send
this is
Kevin.
this is my opinion.
I know. So I'm just whatever. Making controversy creates conversation. So that's all right for us because we make.
Is Apple
content.
Juice for Two splitting up? Tension ran high.
Which white guy will take the black guy with them?
I don't know. It's just
Cameron and
Isaiah finally quits.
Lack of diversity has hit. Their diversity quota has tanked.
canceled.
You'll never believe. Cam walks out.
But which one? That's so funny.
No, so I think, they, made so much, a certain amount of money off of doing the show, just being paid for doing it, and also, off of royalties from it and stuff. How, for the, the extras, like, just say Kevin, Oscar, those guys, Angela,
Distracting
to
the-
these days, to keep that house mortgage payment and that car payment up, going to sign some books. And that Meredith Palmer lady, she actually was here just at a bar.
Really?
Like, yeah, not even downtown
They
in
did
West
a
Ashland.
trivia night.
And
so
she just did
funny.
trivia night. Yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
this.
they all do that. Like,
And
they
she
cycle
probably
through.
got a lot of money to do it up front, and then a part of the drink sales and stuff like that, and all that
Might get
shit. And
something.
probably
Yeah.
sold merch. So
Oh yeah, she's set.
I don't know. Obviously, it's annoying. I see what you mean though, Brevin, and that it's
Yeah,
really
like I'm not
annoying to
hating
be-
on it. I do understand it. But
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's just like
when you're it's just like pounding. Like,
what's
always
it's
see
just
it.
sad.
That's
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's how I
Sad.
feel about Doctor Who. I don't know if Doctor
Who the
actually is a
fuck
really.
gives a fuck about Doctor?
I don't know if it's actually a good show,
Why do
but
y'all-
like
why do y'all,
so many
why-
people love Doctor Who, and I feel like, oh, you gotta watch. I'm like, I just.
I'd probably say
I
more
don't want
dad bod,
to.
but like not fat,
Jeez, ow. I'm okay. Well, I'm.
Okay, what the fuck even is Doctor Dangus Who?
It's like I don't. It's
British
like, it's
sci-fi.
Been, yeah, it's been
okay.
going
All you need
for
to know is
40
that it's
years.
British.
Yeah, it's been going on for 40 years. People
Okay.
like,
Well, this is not
it's
my
so
thing.
it's
Yeah.
so good. Like, oh no, you gotta watch.
I like Breaking Bad. Okay, I like the
That's
real stuff. And
cinema.
Lost.
I like Trailer
Yeah.
Park Boys.
Okay.
Trailer Park Boys
Without
is pretty
Trailer Park,
good.
listen. Without Trailer Park Boys, there would be no Office. I don't think people realize that. I mean, dead serious. Without
Do you
Trailer
think so?
Park, that was the first, I guess, like directed. Like I don't know. There's a name for the way that
Well,
they
actually,
direct
Trailer
that.
Park Boys, for the most part, was improv.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That is so fucking funny. I love that.
But
That style
I mean,
of
some of
directing.
The Office was too, but still like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
mockumentary style.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, like it's. I think that's
One of the first mockumentaries types
Mm-hmm.
things. Yeah.
so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
that's interesting.
I thought it was real. Like I watched the first few seasons. I'm like, is this fucking real?
Wait,
And I was an adult. Like I
a
literally thought-
reality show?
I thought it was a reality.
Oh, do you know what I thought was real?
What?
What was that Netflix show, Brevin? The one about the kids spray painting dicks all
Oh,
over
American
the place.
Vandal?
Yeah, I thought that was real
That
for a
one-
little bit. And so did my mom.
Wait, it's even when they started talking about the dicks?
That's probably when I realized it. Like,
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, that makes
Pulling
sense.
my
But
leg.
for me, it was like by the second episode, I think. But for my mom, it was
Ooh.
like, hey,
I guess if you don't know
What are you
Jimmy
gonna do? What are you
Tatro
gonna do?
either.
I had no
as soon
idea.
as you see, what's up, I'm Dylan. Like, oh, it's Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro. I think he got a lot of his. He had his like start on YouTube, and then I
Yeah,
still
he
have
was
never
in
watched
22
American
Jump
Vandal.
Street.
I tried to watch it, but I just didn't.
nah.
I just hate his voice.
Dude,
But it's
that'll do
great.
it.
But
That'll
it's
do it.
great. Like his whole like
he
it's,
plays that character perfectly.
exactly. That's why it's his. But because it's
That
it's
show
such
is
a
very
douchey.
well made.
But yeah, no, he's a great person to act like. Cause I'm just like that, you know, man. Like you know, like he's just like that. And I just he fits it perfectly. But I just hate
was like that, but
fucking
better.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like some frat guy, like the YouTube channel was like, yeah, like so you want to be in a part of frat, like you know, man, like you just gotta like fucking drink a lot and like fuck a lot of bitches and shit, man. You know, you just gotta do that thing, you know, man. You just gotta do your thing, man. Like sometimes like when you're in a frat, you know, man. Beers, man. Hey, Cameron, pass me a fucking beer, or you're a fucking bitch, dude. Give me a fucking beer right now.
Beer me.
Beer me right fucking now, man. Hey, Cameron, where's my fucking beer?
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Cameron. Frat boy ASMR.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man, this is PBR.
Oh, this
Bud
PBR
Light.
kicks.
Damn. I'm only a Bud Light kind of guy.
I'll get some
PBR.
White Claws for my babe.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta get the claws, man.
Yeah.
No love with the claws, man.
guys get present?
Oh god.
No, man. Like no, it's only buds, man, and yeah, it's only buds. Only buds. Maybe Millers too. It's only buds.
We get
And a couple White Claws.
up.
That's literally that guy.
Shit.
That is that guy.
That's
Yeah.
country.
He's that guy,
Dylan.
pal. He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy, pal.
You are that guy.
He's that guy, pal. You're that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa,
Well,
what the
speaking of that character, now our final topic. You wait for it, and you probably have heard about it. But yes, Drake is in fact a total fucking creep, and we have the text to prove it.
We
I
have the
like-
text.
I like that can opening. It's just kind of really. brought me back
Cameron,
to
where's the link
You just click it. It's a hyperlink.
to the
I
proof?
got you. You're on my.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
You're on my cock right
yes.
now, dude. You're on my cock.
So
Whoa, how about my cock,
Hey, you're on my
please?
cock right now.
obviously,
Oh Jesus Christ, gross.
Drake and Millie Bobby Brown have. There's not even a word. Like I was about to say
Where is
item,
that
but
audio
that's
coming
creepy.
from? Is that
This
from
is
Ron?
Is that from me?
That was for me, I think.
Oh.
Oh
Sorry.
wow!
I knew you were gonna make a little joke, you little bitch, Brendan. I
little
knew you were
bitch.
gonna.
I was
knew you were
I was
gonna make a
checking
joke.
to see
No,
before.
you're gonna
I
make a-
verify. No,
No, you're
listen.
gonna make a joke about
no,
my
but
virus
not
computer.
unless it actually did.
I do.
Every time, guys, listen. Every time I make a joke about it being a virus, it's because it's doing it.
It's not.
It's
Stop
not.
lying.
This was just an ad that came up. I just didn't see it. I didn't catch it in time. It was too late.
Freaking lying to me. Man.
So obviously, like it's not that new. It's been about 4 years now that
But
Drake,
people still
Drake.
like it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The man's
Sorry.
Cameron's outraged.
Fuck up! I'm talking.
Sorry.
I'll talk to him like that.
So yeah, they've been like talking and quote unquote friends since 2017 when she was 13,
That makes sense. That
That's
tracks.
so.
He was-
absolutely
late 20s, about to be 30. So he's
He
now
thought it was cool.
31. She's 17. But so they have some verified screenshots of text, and boy, oh boy, I'm gonna read them. But when I do, you have to forget it's Drake, forget it's
Really
forget
Bobby
it's
Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
We're like, okay,
No,
so
you
with
can't
a
text. It's just a
pool?
random text from somebody you think that you never know was a celebrity. That's what you're saying, correct? All right.
Yeah, just
We the
these are
text.
just texts. So like this is from a guy to a girl. Oh shoot, where is it?
This is from an older guy, an older loser.
Not even that. Not even that.
Not even
We're not
that.
going to get to there yet.
Where's the text?
Okay, here we go. So apparently he's texted her, "I miss you so much," and she said, "I miss you more." Okay. There's another one where apparently in the screenshots of
Perfectly timed.
her receipts, Drake sends Millie a selfie and then asks her to send one back, and she didn't reply. So he said, "Are you mad at me?"
No, R. The letter
Yeah,
R.
R space
The letter
U.
U.
Mad at me.
Don't be nervous.
Dude.
I've heard so much shit about about Drake's like immaturity.
Did you hear that?
That I've heard like he just like kind of like only could relate to these like immature young girls, which I think is completely perverse. I don't know how.
Dude, it's like I think he has
mommy issues.
a less scaled back version of the Michael Jackson syndrome. I think.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because he was raised by a single mom.
His dad didn't do shit
and
for him.
Well, just
grandma
like he's
too,
like
but
always
yeah, like-
been in front of the camera and stuff like that. You know what I
Very
mean?
true.
And like so he never had a
That too,
childhood, and
yeah.
he likes these kids, and he can only relate to them.
Always in the limelight.
Because Michael Jackson could only hang out with those kids. That's like all he understood. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's bad.
He wanted to be a kid so bad, but he wasn't. He never had a childhood.
Yeah, no, that's it's this and that.
the whole
this and
thing,
that, and, this.
and then
You ain't
yeah,
been
now
nowhere,
he's
huh?
31, and I think he has kids now too, but he's not
One
with
kid.
them.
Well, as far as we know, one kid. As far as
we know, yeah.
I keep on saying Brevin. God damn, why can't I say Brevin? Brevin, you're not fucking Drake, okay?
You know.
Yeah,
wait, no, I don't want to be conflated with Drake.
No, I promise I will never say again Brevin. I mean Drake. I mean Brevin. I mean
Brevin
Drake.
Allen.
Drake Allen. Drake. Brevin Bell.
That's slanderous.
Yeah, it's like with that text, forget even the age difference. Just like a guy being like, send me a selfie, and you don't respond. Are you mad at me? Like, bro, you
come
down
on.
bad. So this 30-year-old man is
Yeah.
down bad for a 17-year-old.
Can have any woman he wants.
That's the thing too. He can.
terrible.
He literally can have, but he results to just.
He's clearly got issues that he needs to deal with.
That's just like I don't like hanging out with. Sorry, I just yawned. I don't like hanging out with like younger people. I hate high schoolers. I can't, and I'm not that much older than them. I'm only like 22 years old. I'm gonna be 23 next like in a couple months. But I don't like being around children. Like I can't relate to them. I don't want to hear about somebody. I'm gonna have to study for this test.
No, you're not.
I don't give a fuck. Like I don't
No,
study
you're
for
not.
tests. Like shut up. Like you're.
And see, she's like, she defends it. She's like, we're just friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like these like
That's
these
Stockholm
like,
syndrome.
these weird ass people like, oh, so how's your relationship with Drake? Oh, my relationship with Drake is so amazing. He's so nice to me. He always invites me over for some fun time.
For
I'm like,
good empanadas.
I'm like,
and-
dude, you're so like, no, bro.
Come
Dude,
on.
when he was 31, she was 14.
That's just not, that's a fucking
So
issue.
the thing is like, if you're a dude, you'll get this. Like, you just don't mess with kids.
The thing
Unless it's like extremely obvious the parents are cool with you, like talking to your kid. You just, or it's like, I don't know, like really no scenario will you just engage in children.
No, there's this
with
like,
children.
No, it's
in any
not.
manner.
Yeah, you
Not
just
cool.
Even
Not
to
cool at
be
all.
friends.
as
Especially
any,
if you're Drake.
as any gendered person, I feel like that applies pretty well.
Adults to
Just
children.
adults in general.
I
Just
can't-
don't. Yeah, you just don't approach someone's children. Like if I see a mom walking
Well,
out of
especially
the store,
especially
like
an
at
older man
work
to
or
a younger
whatever,
girl.
like I just don't because like they're just
Yeah.
living their life. You know what I mean?
I just can't.
Working well.
I just can't like. I'm not attached to kids. Like I wouldn't mind
That
mentoring.
too. I don't give a fuck.
I
about
don't-
Kids.
I don't have a
I don't think they're
problem-
cute.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem mentoring kids. I just. Oh, I am so sorry. I just had a Brevin moment.
God damn it. Cut the feed. We're done.
I literally just can't like. I can't be surrounded by kids. Like I can't do that. Like I can mentor them. Give me like an hour or two with them, then we're good. But I just can't.
I'll motivate them.
And I guess when I have kids, I'll be fine with it. But like, I just can't spend an entire day with kids.
Well,
and
do
think
you
it's
want
cool.
kids?
I do want kids, but just like
your
two.
kids though.
Yeah, my kids. I can't raise other people's kids because everybody doesn't raise their kids the same. Kids aren't going to react the way I want them to. Like if some kids tell me like shut up, instinctively
Oh,
I'm slapping them right across the face. Like if I met some girl and her kids like shut up, you're not my dad. Slap them right across the face.
Okay.
And
So he's also texted Billie Eilish when she was 17.
Billie
Jesus
Eilish,
Christ.
what the fuck?
And
Billie Eilish.
she said at the time, I've only texted him but he's so nice.
That's what bad. Yeah,
Like he does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? He's at a level in his life where he doesn't need to be nice, but he is, Like that's creepy.
That is
Why do you think he's being nice? It's not good.
She's gonna realize that soon. You know?
And that's why it's sad that she doesn't realize
The thing
that
is, he knows that he knows like literally Drake can manipulate almost any woman in the world he wants.
Also,
Well, that's
look
the thing.
at what he
That's
raps
the power
about.
dynamic when there's
Yeah, because like I said, he knows that he can abuse his power. Like he can literally reach out. Same thing with fucking R. Kelly's bitch fucking ass.
Oh man, that was.
And also,
great.
I saw some R. Kelly's thinking about airing out
fucking
other
white tape.
celebrities with child like fetishes.
Good.
Yeah,
It's probably a lot.
there's probably a lot.
I bet
Why? It's
Hollywood
such a
is just-
strange, just like thing.
I don't
like,
know.
That happens
It's-
with the brains. Of these
I don't know.
people.
It's not.
You know
It's
what I
not just like a celebrity thing, but like I feel like
Hollywood.
a lot of.
mean? It was kind of like a Hollywood entertainer thing. You know.
Same
what I mean?
with I think some higher politicians.
Oh yeah.
That's
No.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, wait. I lied. I'm thinking about something. I got something wrong.
What the
I was thinking
hell
about when
is your
our
family?
old governor went to some South American country and had his own.
Oh,
like,
that was completely different.
But yeah, that was different. Yeah,
We
'cause
can
he
talk
wa-
about that. That's a confirmed great story.
Yeah, I forgot what country it was, but he like flew
Venezuela
out of our money, our taxpayer dollars. He literally flew to. What did you say it was? I know it's like what maybe I don't even know what country it was.
It's 100%
Something in South America.
Yeah.
But you're missing out the best part. He was cheating on his wife. He has 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
He's cheating on her while he's the mayor.
Right.
Governor. With
He
some
was the governor. Of South
governor,
Carolina.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better give his
The
damn
governor
accolades
of the
correct.
state.
It's bigger. It's bigger. If it's
It's
It's a lot bigger than a city.
If it's a mayor, who gives a shit?
But
Governor.
so he used taxpayers' dollars to go see her and like go get her while they were getting divorced. And then it was the Appalachian Trail, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's
What?
right. I remember that correct.
What about the Appalachian Trail?
What about that?
Isn't that like where it was? I remember that like being what it's called.
Like they had a cabin there or something.
something like that.
That's where they
But
had
anyway,
an
yeah.
affair.
So he did get reelected though.
Yeah, it's a senator,
Funny
right?
enough.
That's
Yeah. So people have short memories.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you, don't listen to Drake.
Don't
Okay,
listen to Drake.
his music is not that good.
Not
It
that
really
good. No, it's
isn't.
not.
Like his rap is.
And he's a freaking creepazoid.
Yeah, the things he raps about lots of times are just like
His like the fact that I'm so angsty, like I
Just-
can't find a girl. The
Yeah.
world broke my heart. I'm like, bro, you like why are you not married? Like you're like just
because
why you why you're not
he's
married?
got
Settle down,
he's
bro.
got
Just settle
issues.
He's got a lot of.
got a
he's
lot of
issues.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it out his childhood alive.
That's
Not
true.
alive,
You
I
could
mean,
probably literally say
clean.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Because you're fucking sad.
He's stuck in that age
don't know, maybe-
regression where he
maybe
thinks he's
his-
an 18-year-old boy when he's actually a 33 or whatever year old man.
I don't know what his mom was like.
I don't know
Yeah.
either, but like I said, that age regression is a bitch. The man's stuck
Parenting is
and like
gaslighting.
18 to 17, like prepubescent boy, like trying to find a girl. Like he's just stuck there, which is so. I don't know what got him there. I guess maybe when he was
Trauma,
casted.
some weird trauma. Yeah.
And why does he keep going after like famous people?
You vape?
I don't know because like in the case
He's
like R.
vaping too
Kelly, R.
much.
Kelly would just like randomly just find people, which is disgusting.
I mean,
Bill
yeah, there's
Cosby.
also that infamous video of him singing in Ethiopia, singing, "Do you want to? Did you have your
Yeah.
passport?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
get your shots?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, dude. Like, it's like
To America."
and he's just like snitching on himself. Like,
Well, no,
he
you
even
have to
s-
get shots.
He even snitched on himself, and it was like, he's like, so when he got interviewed, so do you like women, like underage women? By underage, you mean over the age 18? And you're like, you had one job, bruh, and you fucked up. His lawyer and his like PR team was like, you fucking dumbass.
That's worse than pleading the fifth.
Yeah, I know, right?
like you just say, by younger, do you mean over the age 18? I'm just like, bruh.
You lost.
You are such a pedophile, everything. Disgusting. Oh my god, we can't defend you.
I'd be like, Your Honor, that's all I need to show you, I think.
Your Honor, just fucking lock his ass up.
Is it over?
I can't do anything about it. But yeah, like it's
Yeah, I mean, it's like, how do people just get away with this? People just accept it because, you know,
cancel culture is
it's Michael
like I said, they pick
it's
and choose
selective.
people. Yeah, it's selective.
full circle here, you know, we're tying it back around, you know what I mean? It's
But-
like there's certain people that get canceled and there's usually a motive behind it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And then there are people who are just don't talk about it. Like Michael Jackson with all that shit with the kids.
Yeah, he won't get canceled.
Drake,
Drake won't get
the
canceled.
Freakazoid,
R. Kelly's canceled. Bill
all
Cosby's
the
canceled.
politicians who are pedophiles as well.
Yeah.
They're included in that.
And like the Duggars aren't canceled.
The
Duggars,
Duggars.
I hate, or I don't want to say hate.
Yeah,
Duggar
let's
family-
lock up the Duggars. They're done.
Yeah, that family.
Well, it's not even okay with pedophiles. Don't cancel them. like you said, lock him up.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a different
You're
thing. yeah.
canceled.
Like-
What does that mean? He still lives his life of
If you're messing with our
pedophilia.
children, you gotta go.
Yeah, that's
It's as easy as that.
You're done.
you're done.
No matter how powerful or rich you
Sorry,
are.
pal.
I'm sorry, but you gotta
Yeah.
go.
And we shouldn't stand
Go
for
to
it.
jail. You're gone. You're out of here. Gone. Locked up
Bye-bye.
forever.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
No, don't touch it.
Matachi.
I love that one.
Kind of like random.
Oh my god, I'm like so fucking.
See, this is why I don't go to therapy.
Oh my god.
That's Jimmy Fallon.
Clearly, because I like drinking.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Jimmy.
stop.
Parenting
Jimmy-
is gaslighting.
That's not me. That's Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon. Jimmy freaking Fallon.
The monoculture of free thinkers.
You're just trying to get rid of them all.
Yeah, I'm just kind of cycling through it.
Trying to-
You know, we're kind of at the tail end of the show,
Let's
so I
see.
figured we're
Let's
just gonna cycle through.
let's break down one of Drake's outfits.
Okay.
So he has been rocking that stupid little heart thing, which actually looks like a
Fuck the
butt.
heart.
This looks like a butt. It looks like a fart.
I guess he was going for the. See, in my eyes, I think the outline should be the heart, not the hair, because it looks like the hair does kind of point in, but
Mm-hmm.
it just see the outline way more than the little tuft of. That looks so weird if you look at just that little tuft. It's like a little worm.
Looks like a
It's
little.
like a worm sitting on his head.
It looks like a little fart. It looks like a little turd.
He's got a crispy beard. I've always thought his face is almost like, and this isn't like I don't find it attractive, but just too perfect. Like it's almost too.
Well, he's got a strange
symmetrical.
face.
Like
it's
he has
like
no
it's like uncanny valley type
pimples.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
and his beard is like perfectly cut
blemishes.
all the time.
I
It's just
wish-
like too
So,
smooth.
I get mad because I have a thick beard, but my beard's asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
man.
like I look at I think I picture myself like straight on, and my beard is like literally asymmetrical. It looks so fucking stupid. But like his isn't asymmetrical. Like he can look at him straight on, and it's the same like, both sides. But mine's not because I'm a bitch and I don't have money.
Do you think
You
this
know,
was
the-
Millie's
it-
necklace she used to wear when she was a kid?
Yours is fucking disgusting, Brethren. Oh my
before
god.
every podcast.
You think
What
that's like
is
a
that
fucking
necklace,
it's like
though?
a fucking
It's
what's
got
those
like charms on it.
yeah, what's those charm? It's a charm necklace.
I bet it's like $20,000.
probably worth like my left titty,
But,
honestly.
I'm watching-
Isaiah's
Yeah.
left breast.
My fucking kidney or something like that.
Breast.
Breast.
It's the good scary, the type of scare you want. Shut the fuck up. That's
Oh
so.
my god.
It's okay. Just anytime you look at Drake, forget that he's rich and famous, and just look at him as if he's an up and coming artist, his age, with no followers, but everything he makes is the same. I can almost guarantee you it would be like, what the hell is this?
It is the same.
Why is he talking to little girls and all his like that Instagram post? If it's not Drake, is so cringe. Which maybe is he the only one that can do it not cringe, or is it just always cringe?
The dumb fucking.
Because
I
maybe
think
just the guys who
brains.
are cringe when they do it are just trying to be like Drake. But why would you want to be like Drake if he's talking to little girls all the time?
I don't think Drake's like the best example.
it's
of
always
just,
cringe.
Like,
I do.
of just like of
Being cool.
yeah, like he's just really not. Like,
Not
I don't
at all. No,
I
yeah.
don't aspire
Who really
to be
thinks he's
Drake.
cool?
You're right. You're right. That's why it's cringe because
But he
he's not
still
cool.
has clout for some reason. You know what I mean?
Which is like cool, I guess. I don't know. Like,
People are just attracted to that, and that's
People-
the only reason why
yeah,
he has
they really
friends.
are.
Really,
Which is,
you know?
and like I said, there's another thing. Like I don't like how people
As we've
idolize and
experienced
obsess
ourselves, you know.
over so many like people like. Well, we've kind of witnessed this like when we're doing the man on the street when people think we have so much clout.
I do.
And people
Well, we
disregard.
do.
They
but
like. Well, we.
We
Sorry,
don't
I'm just
care.
selling ourselves. Sorry, I didn't mean to sell ourselves short.
it doesn't.
like,
we're telling you it doesn't matter. That's
they
how you
just
can trust us.
Throw away all their fucking like their beliefs and morals. Like, oh, so like
Yeah,
like I said,
basically,
we asked them,
yeah.
hey, what's your biggest passion? Smoking weed, doing drugs, fucking bitches. That's my shit, if we get them in a good time of the day, well, I actually find the passion in poetry, and I do like to write music with my friends.
Fuck that.
But yeah, in the nighttime, they just gotta be like, shit, I gotta say something that's gonna get me viral and make everybody want me.
But they don't most of the time.
Yeah, people like I was getting so annoyed like with that ministry. People kept tapping. What's this? Barstool.
It's an app just too traditional.
People, there was a line to wait to be interviewed. Why? Like that's just like weird to me that people were waiting to get interviewed and like people were like getting mad. I think it's so funny that people get offended
Yeah.
when we don't interview them.
That's
Like,
true. Yeah.
Like who gives a
Well, I'm not
fuck?
getting that for
And
you.
also, dude, when people get offended that we ask them to be quiet when we're filming, like
People get offended offended.
Yeah, people get activated. Yeah,
They get triggered.
that's true.
One guy almost tried to fight Cameron and I because we're just like, dude, like Cameron's like,
Yeah.
can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
This is free media.
Yeah, yeah. He goes, yeah.
And
It's free media. I was like, you don't own any of this stuff, baby.
Like this is public. This is like leave. Like we have the right to tell you to get the fuck away from us.
Uh-huh.
But he's just some inbred incel.
He doesn't understand
You know,
how
like
media
he was a
works.
white guy, but his face was red.
Nobody
and sweaty.
Nobody knows what interview etiquette is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
did we
being
talk
a
about that
teacher.
last time?
Yeah.
I don't think we. I don't know if we mentioned it. I don't know if we
Did
mentioned.
touch on it last time.
I don't
I
think
think
we
we
did.
meant to.
Yeah, I don't think this is really a spoken thing, interview etiquette. But like,
It
that's
should
nobody
be.
has.
They should
Nobody
teach
has
it
it.
in public schools. They should teach it in middle school.
Nobody had that, or not nobody, but most people like don't know what the fuck that is. Like, if I get interviewed, I'm like,
We talked about it
We're
a little
like,
bit.
okay.
oh, I learned what interview etiquette is. 'Cause you're supposed, if somebody asks you a question, you're supposed to restate the question and the answer. So what's your biggest passion? Oh, my biggest passion is smoking crack,
Yeah.
blowing brains out. But
like
most
Madonna
people-
said.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
it's like
opioids.
opiates.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
I actually like opiates. I don't know, but like just, and also people just like not like breathing and licking. Somebody licked the fucking mic.
Oh, dude, that
The mic-
was.
the-
oh my
the-
God.
Yeah, they saw the clip.
It's just so gross.
We did talk about that, yeah,
It's
but
like,
that was.
come
You
on.
can't not.
That's
I
just
mean,
not.
come on.
That doesn't. And we're not going to make a clip out of that
But it's
either.
not okay.
If we do, we do. But she would want that. She would want that clout so bad that she licked. That's why she did
Yeah, we
because she
should give it
thought
to
it
her.
was. Yeah, she went.
She's
oh,
probably
I'm gonna get
sick
clout.
now.
I hope she gets sick because
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people talked on that mic, dude. I mean, especially a lot of people that
I farted on that mic.
Really?
No.
Yeah, yeah, you did. I
grabs
remember.
just
I saw you, yeah.
Sniffs it like, oh, can I grab that mic real quick? It's farts.
Hey, Isaiah. So, this mic pop filter smells a lot like sulfur.
It smells a little
did
poopy.
you,
Actually, that's not
Did you
Isaiah.
Wipe your ass on that. Thing?
Oh, Brevin got
I
to
ate it, ingested it, and pooped it out
It smells a little
in
poopy.
whole.
Yeah, it's like people don't know fucking interview etiquette. People just like
Yeah, they
people
don't.
get like mad. Like I said, people grab the mic from us and shit. Like, no, this is my interview now. I'm like, this is not a cock. Don't grab it. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah, we
there
definitely
you go.
talked about this.
It's not. It's not.
We
it's not,
have this. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is true.
It's not a cock.
Maybe you should.
I remember we. I just want to I just want to.
okay.
I want to reemphasize.
No,
what
no,
because I'm
No,
mad.
definitely.
I'm
I-
outraged.
honestly, if you're-
I'm mad. Pissed. Royally pissed. You know what really grinds my gears?
Not watching Dave Chappelle because he's so funny, bro. Your computer is fucked.
No, it's not.
Try to, dude. The cursor is lagged.
No, it's not. Oh god, this shit is fucked.
Oh no, it's got the pinwheel.
No, look,
loaded.
it's good now.
Oh, it's.
Hey, you just had to rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, just gotta rev up.
You said
He was taking a smoke break.
How many-
How many applications?
Hey,
are
get back
open?
to work, computer.
too many. Apparently, my fucking computer's having a damn farting.
6.
Having a little fucking farting moment.
It's like.
So guys, tell your friends to listen to the pod so we can buy Isaiah a new computer.
We don't need to buy me a new computer. I just need to get it
But
like.
it sure would be good.
I just need to get it like
Please,
fixed.
please tell your friends.
Please.
I can't work in this computer in these conditions
Yeah.
anymore.
I'll fix it, guys.
We need a new computer, please, God.
Please just tell your friends.
Brevin is so annoyed with the viruses.
We love you guys, and we love everybody. See you next week.
Yeah.
Except Drake.
The dumb fucking blank tape brains.